Right, so we are going to do a series of exercises, Kundalini yoga, and then light language to create space in the body, but also to continue the purge. Just a moment here, there's just been a rainbow lorikeet just landed on the balcony. Okay, that's a good sign. So we're just gonna have, so we're gonna be going through, can you hear it?
Yeah.
So we're going to be going through a series of Kundalini yoga and light language to help with the purging. So most of us will have probably noticed some triggers, some trauma, some patterns, even older illnesses coming up in the last few weeks. And that's because it's time for us to let them go. They're coming up to clear out of the body, to get the energy and the residue out of the body so that we can get our upgrades. And so I'm just going to help kind of shift anything out of the way and then bring in good energy, kind of fill you up, motivate you. And we're going into a 6-day sort of mega manifesting portal. So there's also, I'm going to do a prosperity mantra towards the end as well. That's just going to help us call in more of that as well. So really, well, where we're at with this equinox, what we're doing is kind of, we're in a phase of doing, where we're wanting to kind of realign our goals, reassess what we've been calling in, double check that what we are asking still lights us up and makes us feel whole, and really just kind of get to grips with, like, you know, we actually really where we need to be with what we're calling in, and have we checked in with ourselves that what we wanted a month ago, 2 months ago, 6 months ago is still the same thing. And so if you can check in with that, then that's really helpful. So I'll get everybody to mute if you're not already, and we'll just get going. We're going to start by tuning in using the Kundalini yoga mantra Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And that is an opportunity for us to sort of check in with your higher self and ask your higher self to be the most present part of you. And then after that, I'll do the protection mantra, which is using a 4-part mantra that you're going to, as I'm singing it, you're going to imagine coming up from the earth to the universe, on the right side, and then at the back, and then in the left, and in the front, imagining 4 white pillars of light of protection. And while we're doing that one, that's a great opportunity for you to call in anyone from your ancestors, your spirit guides, your light family to support and amplify the session today. So just first of all, get you to rub your hands lightly together, pressing them into prayer position at the heart space, and lightly pressing against the chest and closing the eyes. And then just first of all, just taking 3 long, deep breaths with your exhalation longer than your inhalation. Just breathing in your essence, breathing in your connection to source, breathing in your connection to your light family, and exhaling anything that's on your mind that no longer serves you. Now inhaling to tune in with the mantra Om Namo Gurudev Namo, connecting into your divine wisdom. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Take an inhale. Hold the breath and just check in. Invite your higher self to be the most present part of you today. And exhale. And then tuning in the protection mantra, bringing in those 4 pillars of light. Adgure name, Jugat Gure name, Sat Gure name, Sri Gurudeve name. Adgure name, Jugat Gure name, Sat Gure name, Sri Gurudeve name. Adgure name, Jugat Gure name, Sat Gure name, Sri Gurudeve name. Take a deep inhale here, hold the breath. Now imagine those 4 bright white pillars of light swirling together overhead, creating an energy dome of protection over you. And exhale. Amanda. So our first exercise, we're going to do alternate nostril breath. So we're just going to bring ourselves into a place of balance. If your week has been like mine, then being out of balance has kind of been more out of balance than in this week, and really just a place of accepting that. But that doesn't mean that we aren't going to do something to try and recorrect that. So alternate nostril breath, we're going to be using our right hand and our thumb and index finger of the right hand. And you're going to be breathing through the left nostril, taking a long, slow, deep breath through the left. And then you're going to switch your finger, you're going to close your left nostril and open up the right nostril and exhale through the right nostril. Then inhaling through the right nostril. Switching fingers, exhaling left nostril. Inhaling left. Exhaling right. Inhaling right. Exhaling left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Just keep that cycle going at your own pace. We're here for another 2 minutes. Just going, alternating the nostrils there. And this breath is amazing at rebalancing the brain. If you just breathe through the left side of the nostril, you can really calm yourself down. It's really great if you're having trouble sleeping. If you're breathing through the right nostril, then it's really great at energizing you. And when you do alternate nostril breath, you get to do both. You both get to calm the nervous system down and rebalance it and re-energize it. You can bring it back into this neutral position. So just keep going, inhaling through the left nostril, exhaling through the right, inhaling through the right, exhaling through the left. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths. Last 20 seconds, deepen the breath if you can. Dropping the hand in through both nostrils, taking a deep inhale through both nostrils. Hold the breath, fill yourself up with that energy. And exhale. I'm just taking a moment, keeping the eyes closed. Just take a moment to notice how you feel. Do you feel calmer? Do you feel balanced? Just taking a moment to pay attention to your energy right now. Now I'm going to get you to come to a seated position, so cross-legged if you can, or on your knees if that's not comfortable for you. We're going to do another breath that is a flexible spine. So this one, you're going to be holding onto your shins, and you're going to take an inhale. And you take a deep inhale, and then once you've taken that inhale, you're going to start flexing the spine forwards and backwards and giving it a really good flex, but while you're holding the breath. So you're going to keep holding the breath. And then once you cannot hold the breath anymore, you come back to center, and then you exhale, and then you repeat the process. So you're going to go at your own pace with this one, because everyone's going to be different in terms of how long they can hold their breath. But you're going to take inhale in a straight spine, flex the spine forward and backwards, giving you a really good flex there, and then exhaling. And this is really good for cardiovascular health. It's very good for rebalancing as well. So we're just going to use this just to kind of create some space within the body for the light language to come in. So I'm going to get started now. We're here for 3 minutes, closing the eyes, taking an inhale, then start flexing the spine, and you're going to hold your breath as long as you can. You should be starting to feel maybe a little bit of a sweat or a sheen, maybe some heat in the face, in the body, maybe around the spine. This is normal, just allow it. We're here for 30 more seconds. Really flex the spine this last 30 seconds. Give it everything you've got. Come into a central spine. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. We're now going to do a lion's breath. The reason I've included this here is a lot of the time the stuff that's coming up and recently has been about how we're communicating, what stories we're telling. So I really want to get some movement around the throat chakra and get some space here so we can let things go. So we're going to be doing a lion's breath for 3 minutes. So what this is going to look like is that we're going to have the tongue out over the roof, out of the mouth, and you're going to be breathing over the back of the tongue. Now, a quick disclaimer, if you're on the first 3 days of your cycle, you have heart conditions or you're pregnant, you're going to just do a long, slow, deep breath over the back of the tongue. But for everyone else, you're doing a breath of fire breath, so a nice, fast-paced breath. And we're opening up this throat chakra and saying, okay, let it go, let anything go. So just kind of as you're starting, just give yourself permission to let kind of any throat chakra blocks open up and leave the body. It'll look like this. What you'll find with this is your diaphragm is moving because of the breath, not the diaphragm moving the breath, and your diaphragm, not your chest. If you're breathing from your chest, it will get dizzy. So if you are feeling dizzy at all, come back first of all, check if you're breathing from your stomach, and if not, change that. If you're still getting dizzy, then you can focus your attention at your chin, and that generally, just with your eyes closed, you focus your attention at your chin, and that gives you an opportunity to kind of come back into balance, or slow it down as well. So whatever feels good to you, you know your own body, you're listening to yourself today as much as you're listening to me. And we're here for 3 minutes. So the tongue out over the mouth, the eyes closed. You're doing a great job. Keep going. Maybe tough, but just keep giving yourself permission to let go, to let out any of those throat chakra blocks. We've all got them. Very rare that I meet anyone, in fact, I don't think I've ever met anyone that doesn't have a throat chakra block. So use this breath to let it go. $50 seconds left. Last 20 seconds. Deepen the breath if you can. Take a deep, deep inhale here. Bring the tongue back into the mouth. Hold the breath. Keeping the eyes closed. Exhale. And just for a moment, how do you feel right now? And still keeping the eyes closed. I'm going to do the first light language now. So just giving permission by lightly tapping the third eye between the eyebrows, giving permission for the light, the frequency, the codes, and the sound to come into the body, to create shifts, to transmute density, and to energize and motivate, and also to align you with full prosperity in this upcoming window. Allow, 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 and then just relaxing the hands in an open position, comfortable breath, comfortable position, open to receive. Miratti kurkit na karakai no nakato krikina marikito krikina hayra tukito marikiana kurkuira. Parakara te kono marikito kenikara kamarikito kenikara makato kikira marikito kenikara tamo kotina. Parakato kina karaketo krikina marikana karakutikita karakata manakato kikita marakai ratkuina. Manira takira torina na rato krikito na manakato kikito krikina manakato kikiti kinarta kana manakato kikina marikito kinina to krikina marikia. Perché ne kiri kumakito kini garata marakito kini garata mokiti kabakoina. Kadanta toke kiti kini atari marakoti kini marakati kini marukuri tiki da barakoti kini marakana. Manakara koti kira tika marakato kito kini marakito kina rata marakoina nakato kikita marakato kini manakato kina. Manika to kita da marakato kina marakato kina tara marakito kini manakato kina marakato kina. Just focus your attention at your throat chakra and just allowing in this brilliant blue light into the throat chakra. It's a very replenishing light. Manakarati kuna kato krikina marakita marakita na kaina na kato kikata marakia ni rata marakuite ke marakuite ke marakia na no kato krikina marina manakoira tika na marakato kikina marakai rato krikina marikato marikito marakiana manakita ki kamarakati kikina marakoina na kato kikita marakuara tika marakoina na kato kikita na marakato kikina marakiato tiket kikamarakoti kikamarakai Parakarata ketukanina mana ratakatuki marakatuki manaki tatakata barakuina nakatuki kita marakuina nakatukia. Take a deep, deep inhale for me. Hold the breath. Allow, allow, allow. And exhale. So still sitting in a comfortable position, either cross-legged or on your heels. And you're going to have a straight spine and your chin is slightly tucked. And I want you to place the hands on the chest so that the thumbs are tucked into the armpits and then the hands are on the chest like this. So you're pressing your hands down and your elbows are down by your side. And what we're going to be doing here is puckering the lips and inhaling through the mouth with a whistle. So you're whistling in and then you're exhaling through the nose as you exhale. And we're going to be chanting a mantra mentally with this. So as you're breathing in, you're going to be thinking to yourself, so S-O. And as you are so that's as you're whistling in, and as you are breathing out, you're going to be mentally chanting hum, H-U-N-G, hum. So it'll look like this. And mentally it'll sound like this. So, so we're here for 3 minutes. So just bringing the hands into the armpits. Make sure you've got that straight spine with your chin slightly tucked, so we've got the energy going all the way up the spine. Pucker your lips, and you're going to start whistling now. We're here for 3 minutes. So whistling out, whistling in. Mentally chanting so, and then exhaling through the nose. Mentally chanting hum. You're going to go at your own pace. Your eyes are 1/10 open, it says. So you're just going to either have it just where you can just see a little gap, but if they close down, don't worry about it, it'll still work. And just this meditation is balancing the frequency and quality of the heart center. And the heart center opens the potential for compassion and humility because of what humanity is going through right now, this global transition that we're passing through to get us fully into the Aquarian age. It really requires a shift in universal consciousness. And they say that there's two ways to get to universal consciousness, through hardship and time or through mantra. And so mantra is the easier way, but the difficulty is that the mantra opens the heart center and the mind sometimes has difficulty following the heart and the heart's frequency. So when we do a meditation like this one, we're bringing those two into unity, into alignment. And from that, the understanding comes from the heart that the mind can realize the concept that infinity is within, and it is safe to trust the heart. Last 15 seconds. Now taking a deep inhale, hold the breath. Exhale and relax. You might need to change your position if you want to move your legs. We're going to do more light language. You're welcome to shift positions, lie down. It's only a few minutes, but if you want to change things up, my legs get sore at this point too. And then just giving that permission again, just allowing the light to come in, allowing the light and the stars to come in is what's being asked to share. Allow the stars to come in. Keratina nana tukiti kini kertana manakana katuki kitana manakai nanta korikito kene marakito kini yarata kamarukuti kini kreke moina marakito kina irata katokurikina marakita kana arata katukura marakina karakiti kini yara marakito kini yana nara takatuki kina marakati marakito kina marikana hatu kina Warakito kina arata marakoti kina marakito kina marakito kina marakati kina arata kina marakoti kina aikito kina marina Barakato kina marakito kina arata kato kita na marakiana na korukuti kina maraki Barakito kina karata marakato kina marakiro to kina arata kamaraku arata kina marakito kina yana Manir takato kina marakato kina marakoto kina karakana marakato yana Barakito kina era takito kina marakato kina marakato kina marakoti kina marakweti kina kito kina marakui kina kato kita na marakina Barakato kina karakito kina marakoi na toki kina marakato kina marakato rikuno na kato kina na kato kiti kina marina Manara tiko na kato kina marakito kina yerto kina marakito kina maya Whether you're seated or lying, I want you to just place your arms around each other in a little hug and just take in this hug as not just being a hug for yourself, a hug from yourself, but also a hug from your light family and just that nurturing energy, allowing it to wash over your body. Tina te taugina karatana mana kuti ke takana mana kata kokina kataya mana koriki tuki kana mana kato ke ketana mana kitu kene kitu kana mana ina na kitu korikina mana kitu ke kana mana kwa na to koira mana da takara koira tikina mana kitu kana na kato ke mana kia atukina atukina mana kia tukina na para koina takara mana kuti kana mana koina tukina mana kitu kana ya tukina mana kuti na kitu kana mana kitu kana da takama koira tukuna mana kina hayamoi Kara tiro de na ira ta kan mara koi tiki na ara ta ko mara koi tiki na kato kiri mara kita na kato kiri mara koi na da ke tu kiri mara gina kuti na ke tu kiri mara ke tu kiri na kato kiri ka mara kia tu kiri na mara kata kana kati kiri mara koi tiki ni kira na mara kata kato kiri da kato kiri na mano koi tiki na kara kato kiri mara ke tu kiri na tu te ta na mara koi tiki no ke tu kiri mara kato kiri to ira ta ka mara kiri na Rakira tokera da maracuina, takira maracuitina, kira maracuitina, kitubamaya. Taking a deep, deep inhale for me, hold the breath. Allow this light to keep working through the body, keep creating those shifts and removing that density. And exhale. Right, so we're going to now do a prosperity meditation. And this one's called the Magnificent Mantra. So we're going to be doing this for a few minutes. So they said that this mantra, the sound current, the frequency that this mantra creates, brings in self-elevation, prosperity, happiness, and it shields us from discomfort and disease. So we can see why it's called the Magnificent Mantra, right? So this practice invokes a variation on on a variation on Guru Gayatri mantra. And so, but we're going to make it a sound. So what I'm going to do, I'll just get you to, before we get started, to go into the chat. I'm just about to put the lyrics to this mantra because they're not in English. Chat. So you can see that. Oh, it's not come through in the best way. It'll make sense once you start doing it, but there's a mantra there. So I'm just going to talk you through it. We're going to be basically chanting this, sending out the sound current to protect us, to bring us prosperity in. So I'll go, hang on, let me just play the song. It's easier for me to show you that way. I'm just going to pause it there where I just explained to you what we're doing with our hands. So you think about your hands are coming at the side here with your hands out, and then you're going to be bringing in with every, so it's going to go hada 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 gobinde, and so each of those hadas you're going to bring your hands in. So hada 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 gobinde, and your hands are out. Hada 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 mukande, hada 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 udare, hara 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 apare, hara 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 hariyang, hara 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 kariyang, hara 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 niname, hara 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 akame. Now, does it matter if you're not making those sounds? No, your intention is the most important thing. Get the hads right, and the had is like the tongue touches the roof of the mouth with that had, and the almost like the diaphragm pulls in with it. So had, 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 but it's faster. So hada, 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 and then you make the last sound. I'm going to tell you with this mantra, it took me a long time to actually get all the words right, but I was roughly making the sounds that counts in Kundalini. So that's all you need to do with this one. Sound good? All right, are you ready? Bring in prosperity. What I like to do with this one is think it's like I'm catching it, I'm catching it, I'm catching it. I'm filling myself up, I'm bringing it in, I'm bringing it in, bringing it in, because we're doing this a lot, right? All right, we are ready. your breath. Take a deep inhale, hold out the hands. Invite in all the magic, all the manifesting, all the prosperity, all the abundance into your world, into your energy field. Fill yourself up. And exhale. And I'm now going to invite you to lay down or get comfortable. You can stay seated if you just get yourself into a comfortable position. I'm going to take you on a guided light language journey into the stars, I think it is. Find it. So the mantra that we've just done says that together they fix the mind, prosperity, convert fear to determination, and invoke guidance. So we just brought in all the magic there. Okay, so just getting comfortable. I want you to just standing in front of you as like a big blank canvas. It's dark. It's almost like you're looking into the universe, but someone forgot to switch all the stars on. And then there's no light out there, but it feels safe. You're not in a position where you feel any fear. You know that whatever you call into this space is for your highest and best good. And just taking some breath, looking into that, just getting comfortable with that sensation that can be, that blackness can be in front of you without it being a hindrance, without it being something to fear, without fearing your shadows. And just to look behind you, and look behind you and you notice there's lightness all behind you. And that within this you are understanding of the duality of our planet, the duality of the universe, the duality of you, and that there is light and dark in all of us. And just take a moment in that moment of understanding there is duality in everything in the universe. There is duality of the equinox. And now going into that back, facing the darkness, we just start inviting the stars in. And one by one, you're pulling in a star and you're inspecting it and you're looking at whether it's something you'd like to keep or something you'd like to give back to the universe to be dealt with. So maybe you bring in something that's been on your mind lately and you're calling it in and you're like, oh, this star is fear. I don't want to keep fear. And you send it away to be dealt with by the universe, to be dealt with by the gases of the universe. And then the next one comes in and, oh, this is prosperity. I want more prosperity. And when you have something that you want to bring in, you pull it into the heart space, almost like you're bringing little tiny gems into the heart space. You pop it in there and allow it to take root. And then you go and allow another star to come towards you. Remembering there is duality in the universe, allow whatever comes to mind that is in front of you to present itself to you, and you're inspecting one at a time. Do I want to keep this or not keep this? And while you're doing this, I'm going to be doing silent energy work. So please keep just going through and inspecting. Maybe you have bitterness come up and you decide to let it go. Maybe you have humanity come up and you decide what to do with that, or sweetness or pride. You have light and dark in you, and your job is to discover the shadows, accept them, and then let them go. If you get stuck for ideas and what to call in, think about the things that have come up for you this week, this month. There's been so many things being presented to you to be cleared. What do you want to let go? Call it in, inspect it, and decide. I want you to think of the stars that you've now brought into the heart space and pick your favorite one. Maybe you brought in more love. Maybe you brought in more abundance. Maybe you brought in more joy. Whichever one stands out to you as the most exciting one that you called into your energy field, I want you to hold it in your hand. And just hold on really, really tight. Because guess what? It's a shooting star and it's going to shoot you into space. And you're now hurtling through the stars in the most safe and exciting and exhilarating way possible. You're holding onto a shooting star and you're making your way into the galaxy. And you are, with this shooting star, you have the ability to turn up in any timeline of your choosing. So maybe there's something that you're working on, there's something you're calling in, something you're manifesting. Get yourself into the alignment where you've done the work already to make that a possibility so you can walk right in and take it. So think about what you've been manifesting lately, what you're wanting to call in using this portal window, and then plonk yourself in the reality where it's guaranteed to happen. And just in that reality, take a pew there. Once you're there, get comfortable, find a comfortable chair to sit in, or find a bed of flowers to lay down in, or go swimming in the ocean, whatever feels good to you in terms of accepting and settling in and getting comfortable and nesting in that space. And in that space, then allowing the light language to intertwine you there to kind of make that your reality. Manakora kiti kinara takara marakoi tikini karata marikato kina katukina tara marakui natikira marakaira tukita na hayana marakuti kinaira. Barakito kinara takamarakui tarata ina no kito kina marakito kinara kamarakiti kina marakana no kito kina marakito kina. Manara tikina or tukina na nakara marakuti kina marikati kina tina na nakatukina aito kitia. Parakito kinara takamarakui natikira taimane atukina tukira marakito kina maria. Manakito pariketa marakui natikina marakina tatara marakui no tokira marakui tikina marakia nakpatukira marakoi latina no katukita na marakina katukia matikuna karata marakina tokoi tamarakui tara marakutukina maraka atikikimoi. Purikorita tanaki tukine mana anna ara tokera tamarakui tikina makui takina marakatu kiti nakarakatu kria marakatu kikamoya. Barakia tuki tagamana tuki tukir makui tikina marikana katukita marakutukina marakui tokita na mariana. Keep taking long, slow, deep breaths here, and really, really embedding yourself and believing in and feeling the excitement of this reality where what you're calling in for yourself is happening. It will happen. You're with confidence that you know it's going to happen. And you're just enjoying the moment, enjoying that certainty, enjoying the trust that you feel, the comfort that you feel from the universe, in having your back, in bringing you what you want, in asking and you receiving, being able to receive fully. Marhuriti tatana marakato kikina marakia na tokerikina marakuti kina karato marakaina toretikina marakiatu neketukerikina na yo tukitukirikina marakan tukitikina maraka manana na katuki toraki marakatuki da marakia da kotiki marakaya da tukita makoya. Take a breath, take a deep, deep inhale and hold the breath. Allow, allow, allow. Exhale. Just for a moment, just kind of wiggle your feet and toes. Bring yourself back into this body, but this new reality. Just Just get comfortable there, and when you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. And I'll just, before we, I'll just tune us out, and then I'll share with you what I felt from delivering the light language. We want to come back to a seated position when you're ready, bringing the hands into prayer position, eyes are closed. And we're going to tune out using 3 long satnams. And satnam is calling in your vibration of truth, just allowing that to come into you. Inhale. Sa. Na. Sat. Nam. Sat. Nam. Satnam. Thank you for joining me. So I'll just share the three light languages, share what came through, and then if anyone wants to share what you felt, then we can do that as well. Straight into the throat chakra at the beginning. Very cool, kind of just so much gunk here, so much to clear out. It was kind of, it's so hard to describe some of the metaphors that come through. It was like I was taking out, you know, like if a magician, they're going to like pretend that they've cut a person up and then they pull out the thing and there's no body in there. It was like that. I was taking out these like plastic on the end and then kind of like a big, almost like a saw or a blade in the middle. And then I was pulling it out this side and I was pulling out this side and I was pulling out this side and pulling out this side. And like, it was just like giving me full entry to the stuff you've been holding onto, the gunk you've been holding onto. And then that was clearing it out of the way. Clear it out, clear it out, clear it out. And then all the stars started coming in. So it's been, this week it's come up 3 times, I think, where it's like, allow the stars to come in. It's almost like we've got parts of ourselves where we've really closed ourselves off. So that might be your love and your heart for some people, that might be your creativity for other people. Whatever your kind of like block is that you're working on, within that is giving permission for these stars to fill up that space and remember what it feels like to be lit up in that space. It's going to be a really fulfilling thing if you can kind of have that consciousness around that, or listen to that bit of the recording again if that really resonates with you. The second light language was yellow energy, and I actually don't 100% remember. Luckily I use crystals because I wouldn't remember it all. Got it coming all the way up the arm, so it was coming into the body. Oh yeah, that's right. I was bringing the power back into you. It's kind of like bringing it back in, pulling it back in. But it's interesting, the crystals that I've used, all yellow crystals all the way down the arm. So like almost like, yeah, in almost like an entry point is to be open to take, you know, to be open to receive. Because quite often if we're doing this kind of work, we've got really practiced at giving and not receiving at all. And the universe is like, oh wait, I got all this stuff for you. I got all this stuff for you. It really wants to give it to you. Then the last light language, after you'd kind of like taken yourself to your new reality, it was like a pattern, a swirly pattern all over the body was being printed, almost like in that space you got to be yourself, whatever your tribe was, and it was almost like a tribal print all over. And it was all, the way that it felt was like, it was like, okay, you're here in this new reality now where things are just going to be ever so slightly different, nuanced differences, but you belong there with that manifestation coming in, and that's your tribe, that's your space, and you kind of almost claimed it with this print across the body. And then very interesting, right at the end, there was energy work at the knees, and the knees is about, you know, walking, taking that action, being able to move. And it was like kind of energizing the knees so that you could do what you need to do to stay in this reality. So when we go quantum jumping, this is like, you know, we understand that there are multiple timelines and that everything is happening in every reality. So when we're manifesting something, the easiest thing we can do is find the reality we're in rather than slogging away in the reality where it's, you know, harder to get. So hopefully when you went on your journey, you found yourself with whatever you're manifesting in a place where you can slip back. So the knees being activated was really felt like it was allowing you to do the action that requires to keep you there. So that means you're going to be vigilant this week on old patterns that maybe would slip you back. You're going to be vigilant on a manifesting mindset, and you hear any negatives, you hear on that, you're just going to say, not this week, buddy. I'm in a manifesting portal. Hello. And you're just going to get it away, get it out of your energy field. You're going to be vigilant this week as best you can, to the best of your abilities, on what is coming up in your reality. And remember, you may need to be brave, but you've just been energized to take whatever steps it is to manifest whatever you want. So that is how that all came through. And there might be some more that comes through that yellow one, but if it does, I'll let you know. And I'll send the picture to anyone that wants it of the crystals and what's come in. Because it's always nice to see how the flow of energy with that as well. But if anyone would like to share maybe their experiences, then I'd love to hear it, but there's no pressure as well. No one today? Ooh, quiet people. Oh, Samantha, maybe? No, you're good. Okay. If you have any, Miri, do you want to say something?
Yes. It was not everything as visual as for you. It was more what I felt in my body.
Yeah.
It didn't happen so much visually.
Oh, I should just disclaim it. I don't get visions. This is all feeling. I can't see a thing. Mine's all feeling. A knowing is probably a better way to say it. It's just a knowing. I don't see anything. It's just black, but I feel it and I know it. So it's weird. But so yeah, so definitely feel okay with however it comes through for you, because it's not visions for me either. But I know it. So that's weird. Just have to accept it.
Well, you explained it very visually.
Yes.
Thank you.
And did it feel, how do you feel now? Because it must be very late for you as well, right?
Yeah, it's midnight.
You did well to stay up. I thought maybe you might have dozed off, so you did very well to stay up.
I did at the end doze off a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you for joining all the way from Switzerland.
Thank you very much, Zoe.
Thank you. You should sleep well. So most people sleep well after light language. If you don't, then there's generally some resistance. So just have a check in with what that might be, or come and message me. I'm always happy to answer any questions you've got about anything that comes up, because for some people it might be like probably Amanda's seen some things and had some experiences, and Tiffany would have felt it and her eyes have been going, and everyone's different. So just allow however it's going to come through. For some people it'll be now, and for some people it'll be in your dream, and for some people it'll be in 48 hours, and some people will be a revelation, and everyone's different. But just know, because light language bypasses the monkey mind and language, you've received it no matter what, no matter how you receive it. So I think it's really important to let you know that as well. But thank you so much for joining me, and please do stay in touch if anything cool comes out of it, because hopefully you've put yourself in a really cool new reality where when we quantum jump, you're looking for the nuances. It's really weird. It'll be like things like, was that sign there before? Or there's just these tiny little things that will say that something is different. And it might be something you feel inside yourself as well, but it's really cool. I had it happen to me recently, and I was like, there's a sign outside my building that I swear was not on the building before. It was just like the number, but we've got a big thing with a number on it. So why is there two? I was like, no, I don't understand. Anyway, and I've lived here a year. So we just kind of go, okay, look for the little nuances in your reality, see what's coming up, and then, and then enjoy your manifestations. This is a good week for it. Thank you.
Thank you, Zoe.
Thank you, Samantha. Thanks for joining. I'll see you. I'll be doing another one of these in a week or two. So just keep posted on Instagram or the Healers Collab Gold Coast, or the Healers Collab as well. Any of those. Thank you. And Amanda, I'll see you next week. She's in New Zealand. She's coming here. We've never met, but we've been coaching for nearly a year, and we've never met. She's coming here. In person, we've never met, but we've met soul-wise many times. Yeah. Cool. Okay, well, I'll see you soon. Bye. Thank you. Bye.